Assembly circulating our media and so questions ahodo and a Ghana for bebre na ebusa say so far what legacy and I just say Akufo-Addo will be remembered for. Na say yebehen so Akufo-Addo will be remembered because of free SHS. Because so far your nephews, your nieces, any your cousins, any your numbi, and to me alcohol a free SHS into idea free SHS into you bekai Akufo-Addo. Aside that, say here acquire I would just say job nanado and they ato acquire so the NHS and also a camo any legacy sahodwa a Ghana for a bekai no say free so yanko na yanko tie me
What legacy will Akufo-Addo be remembered for? What legacy will Akufo-Addo be remembered for? I, for one, Akufo-Addo has provided free education for about 8 of my nephews and nieces. And so the legacy of free senior high school is a legacy that I don't take for granted. It has helped a lot of families like mine who couldn't have afforded the school fees for my siblings if not for the free senior high school. So Akufo-Addo will be remembered for many things, but my family will remember Akufo-Addo for free education. It has helped a lot of us and it keeps helping a lot of people. Kudos Akufo-Addo. And see, a lot of people have been answering this question. Ghanaians are speaking out. They are giving their views about the 8 years of Akufo-Addo, what they can remember Akufo-Addo for. And let's read some of the remarks that Ghanaians have been airing on social media. Maurice K says, stable power supply. Stable power supply. Obia unti Ghana, no, you understand this. And the credit say, over almost 7 years period, through the administration of NDC, from 2009 to somewhere 2017, we struggled as a nation to have constant flow of power for even 12 hours. Whenever we got power for 12 hours, it was a miracle. And it took Akufo-Addo's government in 2017 to ensure that Ghanaians have electricity power for 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so he is very right that he will remember Akufo-Addo for stable power supply. Yusuf Mahama says that he will remember Akufo-Addo for the Zongo Development Fund, which has funded many projects in our Zongos. Yes, Zongos have been transformed under Akufo-Addo. That fund was made available. They've built schools. They've increased education in the Zongos. And now our Zongos are better than what they used to be before Akufo-Addo took office. Akosua is here. She says that free senior high school will forever remain his legacy regardless. So not only I but many Ghanaians accept the fact that Akufo-Addo's legacy is free senior high school. In the history of this nation, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, when we talk about education, most especially senior high school education, one name will pop up: Nana Akufo-Addo. And that name will be remembered for providing free education for more than 5.7 million Ghanaian children. Now, this one is from Maurice K.A. He says that being the best president to manage COVID in Africa, you will remember in 2020, when all hopes was basically lost, when nations were on their knees, when people were begging, when people were crying, calling on divinity, that divinity should come to our aid. That is the moment that Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, rose to the occasion with his fellow Ghanaians address. If you will remember, almost every week, Akufo-Addo was on our screens, encouraging us, telling us, fellow Ghanaians, we got you covered. We believe that we'll be out of this. Very soon we'll be out of it. My government is doing this. And indeed, it became known that even some of the neighboring countries like Nigeria, Togo, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso were relying on the update from Akufo-Addo to encourage themselves in the heat of the pandemic. Ajaduku says that Ghana's best president ever, commissioner-in-chief, schools, hospital, interchange, factories, etc., you name it. You know what? One thing that happens is that mostly in the election years, what we are used to is that is when politicians cut swords. in the election year, because they want to create the impression to the electorate and confirm about like they are now coming to do some things, and for them to continue they need another mandate or their party must remain in power. And so that is what we are used to. We should remember John Mahama's time. Before, when it was the election year, he started cutting sword for this, cutting sword for that, cutting sword for this, cutting sword for that. The thing changed under Akufo-Addo. This year, Akufo-Addo has been renamed the Commissioner General. In the sense, this year Akufo-Addo commissioned phase 2 of UHAS, commissioned a lot of hospitals, Afari Military Hospital, and several other hospitals. A lot of them, Swame Hospital, Ajena 101 hospitals, a lot. He commissioned other structures, courts, and all those things all over the nation. Headquarters for Bank of Ghana, headquarters for Minerals Commission, and all were done in this election year. So somebody says that Akufo-Addo is the best president ever Ghana has ever had. Kwame Nyami says that he was able to clear the backlog of nurses from 2012 still beats my imagination. Before Akufo-Addo came to power, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 5 years batches of nurses were sitting in the house redundant, because John Dramani Mahamad's administration had entered a deal with IMF and claimed that IMF told them not to employ anybody. Akufo-Addo came and said no, it was John Mahama himself who proposed that to IMF, and IMF agreed. And for that reason, Akufo-Addo went back to IMF and said, look, we cannot sit for our nurses to be sitting in the house and be losing their skills. We got to employ them now. And Akufo-Addo secured agreement from IMF, and he employed and cleared 5 years backlog. Me too. I also. It beats my imagination. Now, more people were talking. Mama says, the year of roads, super, constructed more roads under his leadership. As for the roads, I am a living testimony. Now, when I'm going to my hometown, Ho Central, double carriage from Sokode to Ho, beautiful road done by Akufo-Addo. Many of the access roads in various cities, especially the newly metro of Ho, has been done. Accra, a lot of roads have been done. Interchanges, mention them. How do you call it? Flower Pot interchange, Tamale interchange, Takrade interchange. Where have you? Pokwasi interchange, Akufo-Addo, roads galore. More than 12,000 kilometers of road constructed. No other government in the history of this nation has achieved this much. Tema motorway expansion, Tema motorway interchange. Wow, Akufo-Addo, the man of roads indeed. Kwame Nyami says that ambulances became normal thing under him. Yes, before Akufo-Addo came to power, the whole nation had less than 15 ambulances. In fact, we had contributed money, giving it to some people to go and buy ambulance for us. They went to buy trotro for us, and we couldn't use it. But when Akufo-Addo came, he said, no, Ghana, a nation that has secured independence over 50 years, should not be thinking and be worrying about ambulances. I got you covered. Akufo-Addo ordered and received 307 ambulances. Today, ambulance galore. Wherever there is a need, there is an ambulance. Again, wherever there is a need, there is an ambulance. All thanks to Nana Akufo-Addo. Afraso Kutu says, Ghana's best president ever, with a strong policy and good infrastructure that has never happened in this country. May your days be long and God bless you for your good days. Amen. Amen. I side with this prayer. Akufo-Addo's days has to be long, because when it comes to infrastructure, no president, one district, one factory, agenda 111, railway. For the first time, a train crossed the Volta River. For the first time. For the very, very first time, a train crossed the Volta River. All because Akufo-Addo took it upon himself to construct the Tema to Mpakadine Railway. Massive engineering. Beautiful engineering. One that has not been seen before in West Africa. And a lot of facilities. universities in the eastern region, universities in the Ashanti region, faces of universities in Volta region. Which region? Name it. Which region hasn't seen an impact of Akufo-Addo? Solar panels at Kalewo and all over, the biggest floating solar panel in the whole of West Africa, right here with us under Akufo-Addo. Gas plants, oil refineries, a lot of things have been done under Akufo-Addo. But I want to ask you, dear viewer, what do you remember Nana Akufo?